EVE Online's only source for news from Notoras. In Notoras, we would rather fail with honor than succeed by fraud. In political news, when questioned at yesterday's town hall meeting at the Notoras Cantina, Hikpas Hia, CEO of Lidi Protection Services, said, and I quote, "It's pretty easy for you to sit there and run your cum guzzler about sources with no citations. But before your cocksmoker gets ahead of you here, let me propose something. When the product of 9 and 100 is much loftier than the heftiest consequence of one's regulated assessment in secondary school, one should scrutinize such results when speculating upon system-wide economic procedure. If social media is your most scholarly pursuit, then in the wise words of Old Dirty Bastard, you shut the fuck up, and you shut the fuck up. Running your cum siphon isn't doing you any favors, you sentient wad of Santorum." End quote. I was working my shift at the Notoras Cantina when that happened. You will be unsurprised to hear that the person who set off Hikpas Hia like that had just lost a game of checkers to that chicken that plays checkers. In sports news, the Caldari State is still displaying bot-like behavior all across Notoras. Diana Kim throwing down 9 unfit ship losses in less than 30 hours. Said one local sports fan, and I quote, "Yo acabo vomitar poquita en la atrás de mi boca." End quote. Leading off the sports page, on June 14th, we see Star Mist in a Tristan grab a solo kill for 5 points, plus the pod. On the 15th, we see Diana Kim's stable of alts lose 4 punishers and kill 1 slasher. Mercurius Shiorita grabs 4 points for killing a Tristan with her succubus, plus the pod. Acom J gets 4 points for soloing a Tristan with his Garmer. Major Scythe catches the final blow on a Rupture. Even 3 points seems like too much on the kill board for a gang like this. In a sporting engagement, we see Thanatos Marathon catch a handsome payout of 30 points when his Kikimora soloed a Jackdaw. Moving on to June 16th, we start off with Dusty Chingwatles grabbing 2 solo kills, 5 points for Anomalies, and only 4 points for the Hound. It's hard to make sense of points totals like that. Diana Kim back on the kill board with 5 unfit ship losses, unabashedly displaying bot-like behavior at every turn. Durzo and Deras grabs the final blow on a Rifter for 9 points, fighting outnumbered and coming out way ahead on the kill board. Another of Diana Kim's alts is able to find some modules to put on a ship and snags the final blow on a hookbill. All it took for Diana to catch a kill was 150% more players on her side and a ship that cost 500% more than the rest of both fleets combined. Diana with a staggering 1 point on her kill board. Thanatos Marathon back at work, killing the bots of Diana Kim. Take a look at this fit. This is the fitting equivalent of having one's tail between one's legs. Thanatos Marathon catching 13 points for killing this dumpster fire. Thanatos Marathon then grabs a Condor plus the pod, netting 11 points on the kill board. Thanatos then solos 2 ships simultaneously, a Tristan and a condor. 19 points on the kill board for the pair, and puts himself at the top of the Notoras weekly leaderboard with 11 kills. And we wrap up the sports page with Dusty Chinguadles coming back in his autocannon hurry, grabbing a slasher kill for 6 points, which seems like a high payout when you're fighting 4 weight classes down, but at least he isn't playing like a bot. In Anomaly news, one of those new Upwell covert research facilities populated in Notoras today. At time of broadcast, it had not yet been run. In podcast news, the new Less Than 10 podcast on Podbean is now available. It is amongst their best podcasts to date. It's very good. And that is the news from Notoras. In Notoras, you'll find the best neighbors in New Eden. You will find kind people who are more than happy to help out a stranger. In Notoras, the personal dignity of our populace is unmatched in New Eden. Recently, unfortunately, Notoras has been overrun by tourists who remind you of what it would be like if Dr. Frankenstein had hooked his electrodes up to a foamy wad of Santorum. But like raindrops on the windshield, these Santorum days will soon be behind us, just as all previous undignified tourist behavior has come and gone. If we must deal with the Santorum, then there's not a better place in New Eden to be dealing with the Santorum.